Kendall, Rashunda. As far as that opening start, what do you feel like was the key to really get Mackey Arena jolted and roaring like that in those first 4 minutes in that first quarter?
I think it started with our warm up. We changed it, tried to get our legs going early. Everybody knows that our quarters have been flat. Since season started a little bit, but I think just the different warm up, getting our legs moving was the big difference.
I would say that we came out with a lot more energy today.
Yeah. As far as just the quick open looks, I mean, Destiny obviously found her shot. Rashunda, you found Kendall with a backdoor pass, and it increased that lead a little bit more. But what do you feel like was the adjustment USC was ultimately able to make, where things just kind of snowballed there from the late first quarter on?
I think they just they got a whole bunch of second chance points, and I think that was what made the stretch. Obviously, they went on a 31-2 in the second, so can't really do much about that, but get better.
Yeah, I'd say that they responded well to our offenses and defenses. They adjusted, and that's where the change was.
What do you feel like is going to be the thing that kind of stops these lapses from snowballing the way that they have, and to kind of just limit just the amount of runs that they've been going on lately? It seems like you go on a quick run and kind of extenuates a little bit more.
I think our turnover, taking care of the ball, we can do a better job at that, just so they don't get out in passing lanes and go on those runs, and we have the possession a little bit more. But that's really the biggest thing that I would say, is just the turnovers and then a couple questionable shots.
Kendall, for you, I mean, to have a game as go as well as it did, and then to kind of fall apart with your competitive spirit. What's kind of the thing for you that you're kind of thinking about right now after having kind of this roller coaster of a game, it seemed?
Yeah, I think it's just after games like that in our past games, I think it's just back to the drawing board, back to the gym, working and getting better.
Rashunda, obviously turnovers, we already mentioned it, but that's kind of been the one thing, or the top thing for this team. Seemed like there were less unforced errors tonight. A lot of them kind of late shot clock situations, kind of tough moments. So I mean, did you see growth there? Did you think there was growth in that department?
Yeah, I think we would rather have that shot clock violation or just a rush shot at the end than a turnover and they're going the other way, and we're basically just running track at that point. So I do think we grew and just taking care of the half court a little bit better. But overall, you can't win with 23 turnovers. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then Kendall, what you guys were doing on Juju and kind of just the off shooting that she had, how did you guys manage that?
We box and wonder. I mean, we didn't want her to catch the ball. We didn't want her to get any clean looks. We didn't want her to be able to pass to anybody. Like, we were trying to shut her down completely.
Yeah. And then Rashunda, just that second quarter, it seemed like the offense went pretty still, a lot of east to west. How did you guys get out of that, and what did that feel like just to be stuck in that quarter?
It felt terrible to be stuck in that quarter, not scoring until the last, I think it was like under 2 minutes maybe. So in the moment, it feels like there's nothing you can do, but going back into the locker room and just telling each other that, like, we have to be confident going off the ball screen. We have to be confident of going and looking to score the basketball.
Kendall, you came off the bench, led the team in scoring. Seemed like you were playing with some confidence. Maybe nothing to lose there. Is that kind of how it felt, just going out there and kind of getting into your bag and getting some buckets?
Yeah. Been working a lot on that type of stuff, and my teammates have instilled their confidence in me, and so have the coaches, and so I felt comfortable enough to take those shots tonight.
Kendall, when you factor in tonight and factor going up against UCLA a couple weeks ago, what are you learning from these games? What are you taking out of these games that's going to help you this year, but also in the future?
I would say for at least this year, just being comfortable, and I'm not really like just the freshman anymore, and being able to mature my game and be able to understand things and get them quickly and adjust.
Has your confidence increased with some of the plays you've been able to make in these games and give you something to build on?
Yeah, I would say confidence from those around me to perform.
And Rashunda, speaking of confidence, how do you maintain confidence during this losing streak? What things do you do, say to yourself, say to your teammates to keep, just in an effort to keep the spirits up and, maybe one day break this?
To maintain my confidence, personally, I just try to stay in the gym, get as many shots up as possible, like game-like shots. For the team, I think just staying encouraging and like telling someone like, you good, I'm still past 2, or you got the next shot. Tell KP all the time if she misses a lip, just make the next one. You're fine. Just make the next one. And we can't toil with our confidence. Like, we can't just keep playing with it, and it's so far up one game and then it's low the next game. And I think I do struggle with that sometimes, but overall, I think just positive self-talk.